I guess 74, 75.
All right, welcome back. You're watching NewsX. My name is Vineet. Pakistan is reportedly attempting to pass a resolution to amend its constitution and declare the illegally occupied region of Gilgit-Baltistan as its fifth province. The move is allegedly driven by pressure from China to ensure stability for its ongoing projects in the resource-rich area. The region, which is Indian territory occupied by Pakistan since 1947, has witnessed massive and unprecedented protests recently. The demographic profile of the Shia majority Gilgit-Baltistan and Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir has been systematically altered by settling Sunnis, Punjabis and Pashtuns. Protests are also erupting across other regions, including Balochistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, indicating widespread internal unrest. Let's talk about this with our guest. Joining us on the show is Dr. Amjad Ayub Mirza, POK activist. Senghe Sering, Gilgit-Baltistan activist, is also with us on the program. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being a part of this conversation. Dr. Mirza, how will amending or changing your constitution give Pakistan any kind of a right over a property which is illegally occupied, sir? Doesn't make sense.
Well, it doesn't, and it does in a way. It doesn't make sense because this will be challenged on every international forum possible, because this is an illegal act. But then Pakistan's occupation of the Gilgit-Baltistan and of Pakistani-occupied Jammu Kashmir itself is an illegal act and was an illegal act. There are two things to be noticed here. Number one is that they were trying to experiment with Pakistani-occupied Jammu Kashmir, POK, Azad Kashmir, to incorporate it and make it into a province. But that has backfired very badly, and now it is like, if you remember, when Pakistan attacked Jammu Kashmir on 22nd of October 1947, and then on the 26th and 27th, when the instrument of accession was signed with India, and Indian forces landed in Srinagar, and they started to push the Pakistani troops back, and the British then panicked, and Major William Brown staged a coup in Gilgit and agency and arrested Gansara Singh, and he himself put the flag, he planted the flag in Gilgit residency and informed the governor Cunningham of KPK, at that time it was Northwestern Frontier Province, that we have taken it over. And then they sent a telegram from Northwestern Frontier Province to Karachi, which was the capital then, that this part is now included in Pakistan. Same thing is happening. I call this, what is going on POJK is the second invasion of Jammu Kashmir, first being the 22nd of October 1947. This is the second invasion, and now as they are losing POJK, so in that moment of desperation, they are trying to incorporate or pretend that they are incorporating Gilgit-Baltistan into the constitutionally to become the part of Pakistan, but also they are very much scared that the effects of POJK's movement can spill over into Gilgit-Baltistan. So they are trying. There are many, ways to look at this development. In the end of the day, it's an illegal act. It will not. There is no country in the world where you have provisional province status. How can this be? Why don't you make Punjab a provisional province and give it that status? This is just, playing with words, and it has no legal standing at all. Thank you.
Let me also bring in Senghe Sering into this conversation. Senghe, if you can hear me. Senghe, thank you for speaking with us. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Well, Pakistan has already exhausted, exploited, and exposed its intention to continue this formula of abusing and using Gilgit-Baltistan. What kind of an insult to injury will this new amendment in constitution provide?
Well, local people have expressed their opinion on this news that came out probably 2 days ago that they're not happy with it. They want full constitutional rights, or they want a setup that is similar to what is in Mirpur and Muzaffarabad, so-called Azad Kashmir, for the time being. If you go back like few weeks, and there was this noise about Pakistan trying to reclaim Indus Valley civilization. Pakistan is trying to rebrand itself as the owner of Indus Valley civilization because of what India has been doing as an upper riparian with the water in the tributaries of the Indus River. India has been trying to build dams there, divert water towards its eastern provinces and states. And I think what Pakistan is trying to do is trying to communicate to the international community that Pakistan is the sole owner of the Indus Valley civilization, and that's why the Indus River, Pakistan has the primary claim and ownership of the Indus River, and therefore India does not have the right to exploit those waters or divert water from Pakistan. So I think we can look at what Pakistan is trying to do with Gilgit-Baltistan and Mirpur Muzaffarabad in that context. You must have heard, like, Pakistani defense minister coming on the TV and saying POJK is part of the Potohar region, the language, the culture similarities there. So, it is they are not representative of the Kashmiri. So I think this is rebranding, of Pakistan by its intelligentsia, by its media, by its political leadership, as well as the Pakistani military, to try to counter India's claims over the waters. The second thing that they're trying to do is they're trying to minimize India's optimism and India's future ambitions about extending its border with Afghanistan. So if you can claim that Gilgit-Baltistan is not even part of Jammu and Kashmir, we have separated it, and now we are going to incorporate it as a provisional province within Pakistan, then I think it might be able to help Pakistan discourage India from claiming Gilgit-Baltistan as part of the erstwhile princely state. But I do believe that whatever Pakistan is doing is going to backfire, because once you put in writing in your constitution that this is a provisional province, primarily because it is related to Jammu and Kashmir, then for the rest of your life, you are giving the international community this written proof, the evidence that Gilgit-Baltistan is part of Jammu and Kashmir and India has a legal claim over it. So I think this is something that is, it's a two-edged sword. It is going to backfire. It is going to hurt Pakistan, whether they incorporate Gilgit-Baltistan as its province or just leave it the way it is right now.
Right. Mr. Mirza, what can India do in this situation? This is obviously not the first time that help has been naturally expected from India. The Prime Minister has spoken a number of times from the ramparts of the Red Fort also, that how our brothers and sisters in Gilgit-Baltistan need support, not only in terms of food and supplies, which Pakistan fails to supply, but international pressure also, sir.
Well, I think India at the moment cannot do much about it. What they should be doing is they should call this summon the Pakistani High Commissioner in Delhi to the Ministry of External Affairs and demand an explanation. The permanent representative of India in UN should take this up, and then people like Sangeji should be facilitated to go to Geneva or New York, where UNHRC sessions are held, and he can very uh, effectively present the case for Gilgit-Baltistan. And
Excuse me.
these kind of things need to be done. The rest we have, until and unless the people of Gilgit-Baltistan rise like the people of POJK and demand independence, nothing much can be done, I'm afraid.
Senge, what do you think India can do? Mr. Mirza feels that there's not much India can do, but we are at a powerful position in a number of forums. Is there something that you can think of that India must do at this point in time?
Well, if you're asking me in the context of Pakistan, trying to create this provisional province, let me tell you, Pakistan would not be able to do it constitutionally, because constitutionally, Pakistan will have to have two-thirds majority in its parliament to change the constitution to grant Gilgit-Baltistan that status. Once you grant Gilgit-Baltistan that status, that means you have to give them some share in the NFC award as well as the membership in the Council of Common Interest. Sindh province will never let that happen. It is not in their interest to, have Gilgit-Baltistan have share in an NFC award. So once we know that Gilgit-Baltistan is not going to be constitutionally incorporated in Gilgit-Baltistan, so whatever Pakistan does is irrelevant for India at the moment. It is not going to change much. The deprivation will continue, the lack of facilities will continue, the lack of development will continue the way it is. The discontentment and the frustration of the local people, the angst against Pakistan will continue. Right now, there's a lot of awareness in Gilgit-Baltistan about Pakistan as an occupier. If you look at what's happening in Muzaffarabad, if they were really trying to be, trying to meet Muzaffarabad in the middle and trying to have a reconciliation with Muzaffarabad, they would not have done this in Gilgit-Baltistan Assembly. So it seems like, Pakistan is on a head-on collision with the people of POJK. So it is not going to be, something that will be appreciated in Gilgit-Baltistan, to be frank. So I don't think, it is going to affect India any more than what India has gone through in the last 78 years by physically not having any link to Gilgit-Baltistan. So as far as future of Gilgit-Baltistan is concerned, yes, I mean India is as a rising power. It is like 4 trillion economy. It's the third largest military in the world. It is probably have many more friends in the United Nations than before, and they're willing to listen to India now, given their own economic and geostrategic compulsions. So yes, India should, move forward with forming a bloc in the United Nations as well as in the U.S. Congress on Gilgit. Something like a Gilgit caucus. Why not? Let's let them have some discussion on the international fora and see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, India does have the potential. It has to rise to its potential. It has failed to rise to its potential.
All right, Senge and Mr. Mirza, appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much.